Alright, today I just made a purple pin. I'm still waiting to buff it, but I went ahead and mounted up this piece of acrylic that's green, and it is for a seam ripper, and there's really nothing to it but shaving it down to the bushings, sanding it down like I'm supposed to do, buffing it, and it's going to be a quick, easy thing also. Pins are, once you go through the hassle of cutting it to length, gluing in the brass tube, waiting for it to dry, and then milling the ends flush to the tube. That process takes a little bit longer, but this time I'm just going to be shaving it down to the bushings, polishing it, and it'll be done in a little while as well. Gone ahead and turned it down to the bushings. And if you watch the purple pin, or the two-tone purple pin video, which I actually just made 10 minutes ago, I talked about translucent material, and this specific pin, blank, is very translucent here in this light green area, and I can see, being the most critical person, you know, the guy who makes it most critical of himself, but I can see very faintly where that brass tube is. And when this is all done and given away as a gift and or sold, the person buying it's going to have a lovely pin, or a lovely seam ripper. They're going to have no idea that that tube is in there, nor are they going to know that it's brass as opposed to white. But this color would have popped just a little bit brighter had that been white. It's still going to turn out very, very nice after I sand it. Right now it's got a dull luster to it. It's slightly bumpy. I still have to use this skew I have, which is I'm gonna be able to come across here and get rid of some of these slight bumps I have in here. It's gonna be real nice. It's a really cool looking color, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Just got done buffing out the green one, and here's two purple ones. They're the ones I turned earlier today that will probably be, when I press them together, this video will probably be used in the green video also. In any case, next thing I'm going to be doing is trying to figure out what color end piece works the best with these tubes. I've got gunmetal gray. Looks like I'm out of gold plated. I have brushed silver, which I think is probably a good choice for that. I have copper, which I think is probably too loud to go with that. I've got brushed gold, which it might work. I don't know. Have to look at the silver one again. And then I have the pin kit for the seam ripper that I will be pressing into this green shaft. Okay, I now have the green seam ripper, and this goes together extremely easy. I find the pin clip, I put the pin cap through it. Okay. Then I line it up on the pin blank. I call it a pin blank because, force of habit, it is a seam ripper blank, so it slides in for the most part all the way. I come over to the ram and I push it in for its home. It's going to end up being in this position now. And the The front side has a spring clip. You fold it up. You insert it into the inside of the pin, the tube. It's a little coordination to do this. To try to do it without bending the front end of the clip and without cutting my fingers, because it is sharp sheet metal. Alright, that didn't work for me. I have to take it all out, fold it up again, and insert it in one continuous motion just about. Well, these things usually just slide right in. Be my luck today for it not to, so I'll see if I can use the actual, yeah, that's helping. I'm using the seam ripper itself as support to help fish it into the hole, so I didn't bend it up. Alright, so at this point I put it back into the press. Just try to press that back in there a little bit. And it's not 100% going to work because the front of that is made to work kind of like a compression spring, and that's exactly what it's doing when I'm leaning against it. So I think the only other option for me to do is to try to fish the edge of it down with the seam ripper. Okay, so it goes in. That did it. Okay. There's a completed seam ripper. It the end of it pops off. You turn it around. Bingo, it's a seam ripper, and it stores back inside of itself to prevent injury. Thanks for watching. Oh, I'm a shout out for my sister. Happy birthday. Today is February 27th, 2012, and I just made a purple pin for a friend and a green seam ripper up for sale. Thanks, guys.